guys, it's Nital. Today we're going to talk about a winter maintenance home checklist for the month of December, January, and February. So let's not waste any time and let's get into it. All right. Number one. Oh no, I have my list, so I'm going to read it off of it and I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to do. Number one, replace your air filter from the HVAC. That's very important. I've been to, as being a real estate agent, I've been to a lot of houses where the HVAC, like the filter is not being replaced and it shows really dirt. A lot of dirt. And let me tell you, buyers get turned off of that. That is something as when I'm listing a house, I make sure that the air filter is definitely changed and looks definitely clean as well. So number one, do not forget to change your air filter monthly. It needs to be replaced monthly. And here's another trick that my dad actually taught me to make it even. I put a little bit drops of essential oils in my filter. I put tea tree sometimes to because tea tree we all know is antiseptic. So and that smell when the AC or anything kicks in, it goes everywhere in everybody's room. So that's another tip that I definitely want to give you. So don't forget, tip number one, replace all of your air filters monthly, okay? Put it on the calendar, put it on your Google Calendar, whatever you need to do. Tip number two, inspect all the smoke detectors. Number one thing is making sure that it has batteries. Every year, just set a date on your calendar and just go ahead and mark it every year and just to set a reminder and just forward that reminder for the next year. Try to check all of that. My dad actually checks for all of that. Copper, he always checks for all of those batteries right before when we start when we turn the heat on. So that is something that my dad's always done starting in October. When we know that we're going to start using the heat, he always makes sure that all the batteries are checked, everything's ready to go, it's functioning properly. Number three, plumbing. A lot of us don't look at it that way, but you need to because of the winter months. You know, we can have it freeze. So you definitely want to make sure that check underneath your sink. Check in the bathroom, check the toilets, check any other places where you know that it does have a leak. You want to go ahead and try to get it fixed up as well. Number four, it's the outdoor hose, the water hose. Flush them all out. Take them off if you want. You can just leave it on there, but make sure there's no water in those hoses because a lot of the times that's when during the freeze time the pipe has burst because of the water hose not properly drained out. We're lucky enough that we have one in the front that we definitely do as well. My dad is really on top of all of this stuff. He's really great, but he also makes sure that it's all drained out. It's still connected, but there's nothing in there. So definitely keep that. Just make sure you definitely do that. A lot of people forget about outdoors, okay? All the summer, springtime, springtime, fall time, even still we're taking care of our lawns. So make sure you flush all of that out. Number five, test the water heater pressure. Here's two things that my dad does, obviously, because I watch him do it and I help him do it. So most of my tips are coming from my dad. And so definitely check the water pressure, the heat temperature as well to make sure it's not too hot, as well as we actually wrapped our water heater into this insulation to keep it nicely snug so it doesn't get any issues. There's no rusting, there's no dust or nothing like that. And Dad's done this many years ago and our water heater, I kid you not, is working in a great condition because of that. So we're very lucky. So definitely check all your pressure for water heater as well, the temperature, the valve, make sure everything is working properly. All right, number six, tighten loose locks and deadbolts and your windows and things like that. Make sure they're shutting off properly, make sure they're closed properly. Sometimes older windows will have cold air coming through and hot air leaking out. So make sure you just properly ventilated. 2 years ago we actually my house is older, and so 2 years ago we replaced all the windows, and I can tell you it makes a huge difference in our AC, in our heating bill as well as AC, but we don't have that much air leaking out. And so definitely, if you don't have the time right now to purchase new windows and money is tight, definitely, guess what? put plastic around it. It's okay. You know why? Because you want to keep that heat in. You don't want to waste that much of electricity. Your bill would be low too. And why not? Nobody's, right now we're in COVID anyway. So people are not coming to your houses. So whatever you need to do, seal it properly for the winter months. And then when we start spring, you can take it off, tape it off, whatever you want to do afterwards. But definitely seal those windows and make sure all of those locks work really well as well too. So that was number 6. Number 7, replace all the missing grout. Yes, that is, I can definitely tell you on that one as well, because, as I've said, I got new tiles, so I want to make sure all my grouts are really good. You don't want any water leaking in, especially in the bathroom. Check your bathroom grout. Make sure those bathroom grouts are up to date. Fix it. Make it a weekend project. It's really easy. I actually need to do a video on that because I love learning, and I learned most of some of the house stuff from either my dad or YouTube videos. And so definitely grout is one of them that's really easy to fix, really, really easy to fix. Just take a look everywhere and just make sure there's no water getting into it. That's the major thing that I want you to look at, is that make sure the water is not getting through your grouts, and seal them up as well too. If you, seal them up. Yeah. Of course, that's the point of looking at all the grouts, right? Is to seal it up and make sure that we are not, there's no water damage, there's nothing leaking in there, and that's going to cost you more money down the road. So just take care of that. It's a really quick weekend project. Number 8, dust and vacuum behind your refrigerator. All right, I will be the first one to tell you, do I do that? No. The majority of us do that because sometimes our refrigerator is in such a tight place, we can't pull it out, to see it. All right, but I have no excuse because my refrigerator is not tightly. I do have an open spot that my dad actually does. We do clean that out as well, and not every year, but whenever we are fixing something or we need to fix something, we just actually got a new fridge. But when we had the other one, and my dad loves to fix things, so he was always pulling the fridge out and checking everything. So anytime he was always behind there, he's always wiping it down, always wiping down. It's very important to wipe down all those pipes and everything, so that way you are, there's no dust, there's no buildup, and is able to function properly as well too. So that was number 8. Number 9, clean your range hood. Okay. I know there's a lot of us that don't like to clean. We're not a cleaning people. I get that. Range hood is something that my mom does on a daily basis, okay? Because why? We cook. We fry things. We're Indian. There's always spices everywhere. Our fan is constantly on. And my mom is a pure vegetarian. She doesn't like eggs. She doesn't like the smell of eggs. So having that fan on the hood is, we always have it on. That has been so important for us. It's easy to clean, very easy to clean, but definitely clean your hood, range hood, okay? At least if you just do it once a month, you're good in hands. You're very good, but that keeps the circulation of air going as well, guys, so you don't have to open the windows. All right, and the last thing is clean your HVAC drain line. You can definitely put vinegar down there, bleach down there. You can run it down like that. So you want to keep that cleaned because you don't want any clogs in there, and you wanted to make sure that everything is just flushing properly. My dad has done a course in HVAC unit, in HVAC, so he knows all of this stuff. So we do keep that pretty much clean. He's always looking at our HVAC unit, and so am I, because I'm a realtor. I'm all over the place, by the way, meaning I'm looking at the things that I've been as a realtor, you don't get trained to look at how to look at HVAC, how to look at underneath the crawl space. You don't get trained. People tell you to do that. But as more experience you have, the more you do, the more you get involved, and the more you learn and you ask questions, you figure more stuff out. I'm able to fix a lot of things that many people are not able to fix, or they don't know how to fix, or they don't even know about how to fix. Why? Because my dad has always taught me, hey, when he's doing something, I'm always involved in it because I want to learn, and it gives me more power. because why? Because I can fix things, you know, like I don't have to count on anybody. So the last one is definitely get an HVAC. You guys, you can also get an HVAC cleaning if you have a really good HVAC person as well. They do a winter cleaning for you. If you're not into this, don't do it. You can always hire people, but once a year you can spend that money on getting the plumber to come out and make sure all your plumbing is done properly, to get the HVAC to come out to flush out your winter, and then when the summertime comes in, get him to come out and do the summer cleaning. Highly recommend that as well too. All right, with that being said, those were the 10 top list of winter stuff that I want you to do in this winter, you know, or at least take a look at it, make a list of it. I will put all the information below in the description box as well. But leave me a comment and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will be back with another episode.